Good morning, everyone. Welcome to our August 23rd, 2022 Code Enforcement Board hearing. If you wish to speak at today's proceedings, please stand and raise your right hand. Do you swear and affirm to tell the truth at today's proceedings? Thank you. You all may be seated.
Okay, good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Code Enforcement Board meeting of August 23rd, 2022. I'd like to introduce you to the board. This is a volunteer board. We're all citizens just like you. If you want to get involved in the community, you should contact the city clerk and apply for a board. To my far right is Michael Mad Dog Madfist. To my immediate right is Justin Beach Bum Beecham. To my far left is Lackey I oppose the motion Mahani. And to my immediate left is Chris Game Set Match Everett. My name is Mark Booth, and before we get started, there was something that Rhonda Moyer brought out to my attention, and that was whether or not we want to have the October meeting or cancel the October meeting and have September and November. I'll entertain a motion on that if anyone, we could discuss it or.
You can sit down here.
Do you guys want to discuss that or not?
Are there agenda items that need to be kept moving, or we're okay with that?
Say again?
I mean, if we cancel the October meeting, will we have any issue with timing on?
Well, that's why we're doing it now, before the meeting gets started, so that we'll know ahead of time if we're going to.
I see, great.
Just for clarity, I had suggested to the chair that you all consider maybe us going once every other month. The code doesn't require we meet once a month. Happy to still meet once a month, but just because the agendas haven't been that large, I thought that perhaps if we combined, resources and you all's time and effort to get here, if we started meeting once a month. September, I thought, was a little too early to skip because of our mailing out of notices. Also, typically with building permits and so forth, it usually takes more than a month, in all fairness, for the property owners to really come into compliance in most cases. So it was just something I had, discussed with Chief Oliva and staff and the chair as a possible alternative, if you all would. And we just, do it for a little while to see if we find that it's not workable, but certainly if you all want to meet every month, as we have been doing, certainly completely fine. It was just a suggestion on my part.
That's a good idea.
You want to make a motion?
Make a motion for a meeting every other month?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd like to make a motion for a meeting every other month.
Okay, do I have a second?
I'll second that.
All right, I got a motion by Justin, a second by Michael. All in favor, say aye. Aye. Anyone oppose? Hearing none, motion carries. Terry Nolan came in. He's on the board as well. And our city attorney, Kimberly Curry Smith, is here. Our board attorney. Sorry about that. Okay, so let's get started.
Okay. Our first case is on page 5. Inspector Jose Saragusti, property address 1400 Southwest 18th Court. Owner, Richard and Paula Jean MK. Case number BE 21060093. Notice posted at the property on 7/25/22. Posted at City Hall 8/9/22. This case was first heard on 2/22/22 to comply by 4/26/22. One section at $50 per day. Order recorded, not complied. There are 2 extensions noted.
Good morning, Board. Inspector Saragusti on behalf of the city, updating the case as read. This case is not comply. No permit issue for structural, plumbing, and electrical permits.
Excuse me.
Let
Excuse
the
me.
respondent to speak.
We can't hear you, Bat.
Yeah.
We can't hear you.
They can barely hear you.
Hello?
Just speak directly into it, Jose. It's on. Yeah. Now it's probably off.
Hello?
Yes.
Better.
Okay, again. Good morning, Board. Inspector Saragusti on behalf of the city updating the case as read. This case is not comply. I will let the respondent to speak.
Go ahead, sir. State your name and your relation to the property.
Good morning. I'm Richard Emke. I'm the property owner. We are in the process. We have a company representing us for the variances that are required for us to become in compliance. There's been dialogue with Mr. Saragusti and their office. They just spoke, I believe, yesterday, and we are on the docket, if you will, I believe, for September for the variance hearing to be heard. And they had requested a 63-day extension, which Mr. Saragusti agreed to yesterday verbally.
Is that correct?
Yes, it's correct. The city doesn't oppose to 63 days extension.
Well, it looks like it's going to be a 91-day extension because 63 days is not going to work.
Okay, 91.
91 okay with the city? Is it okay with the
Yes,
city?
I agree. 91 days.
All right, I'll entertain a motion.
I'd like to make a motion for a 91-day extension.
Sorry, Terry.
Didn't the attorney say we're not doing it in September?
We're doing it in September. We're not doing it in October.
Right. Oh, okay, right, okay.
That's 91.
So I have a motion by Terry for a 91-day extension. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Chris. All in favor, say aye. Aye. Anyone opposed? Hearing none, motion carries. 91
Thank you.
days.
Thank you.
Get it done, okay? Thanks.
Our next case is also on page 5. Property address 2211 Southwest 29th Ave, case number BE 2109-0310. Owner Ernesto Le Diaz and Yitzka Rivero and all others. Notice posted at the property on 7/25/22, posted at City Hall 8/9/22. This case was first heard on 5/24/22 to comply by 8/23/22. One section at $25 per day, order recorded, not complied.
Inspector Saragusti on behalf of the city updating the case as read. This case is not comply. No permit issue for alteration. The city is requesting 35-day extension and or $50 per day thereafter. I will let the respondent to speak.
What's your name?
Hi, Yitzhak Rivero. I'm okay with the 35 days.
Are you the owner? Are you the owner?
Yes, I am the owner, one of the
Okay with
owners.
35-day extension?
Yes, I'm good with that. The city, the permit, the status says awaiting permit. They already approved the plans, so
Okay.
it should be coming today.
Great. Okay, I'll entertain a motion.
One moment, just to clarify, this is an old business case,
Yeah, I know.
and it's already $25 per day. No, the inspector wanted something different, so.
What did he want?
What was it that you asked for? You asked for a $50 fine, but it's old business. The fine has already been.
Yeah, the fine's already been decided. So I'll entertain a
I
motion.
am requesting the 35 days extension, correct?
Okay,
Okay.
okay,
Entertain a motion?
So no fine?
no.
Stop the fines, sorry.
Does anyone want to make a motion?
What are we making a motion of? What about the fines?
All right, I got a motion by Chris for a 35-day extension. Do I
Second.
have a second? I got a second by Justin. All in favor, say aye.
No further fines?
No.
Okay, well, I got
I have
to,
a motion to say no further fines to incur.
Well, because if it's an extension, the fines won't be accruing. So it's okay. If you grant an extension, there won't be any fine. because it's extended.
all right, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye, all opposed, hearing none, motion carries. 35 days, get it done.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Next case.
Our next case is a new business case on page 1. Senior Inspector Alejandro Del Rio, property address 1238 Northeast 7th Ave, case number BE 2202-0082, owner Curl 1238 LLC. Notice posted at the property on 7/25/22, posted at City Hall 8/9/22.
Inspector Martinez for the city presenting case and number as read. This case was initiated by Building Inspector Alexander Albores, who visited a property in response to a complaint regarding work without permits. After visiting the property, reviewing aerial picture from BCPA website, and researching the permit history of this property, he was able to determine that an addition at the rear of the property and a new accessory structure were built without obtaining the required permits. The property was cited for the following violation. 105.1, this building has been illegally altered and construction work illegally performed without obtaining the required permits in the following manner, but not limited to: an addition at the rear of the property and new two-story accessory structure. The case was opened on February 10, 2022. Final notice was mailed on April 21, 2022. Notice of hearing was posted at the property on July 25, 2022. Inspector Del Rio met with Mr. Philip Curland at the property on July 22, 2022, and went over the violations. We are asking the board to find that violation exists and to grant the property owner 91 days to come into compliance or a fine of $50 per day thereafter.
What's your name, sir?
Good morning. My name's Philip Kurland. I'm the property owner.
Okay, and what do you have to say about this?
So this was I guess it's two-part. This extension is a storage closet. So we built this storage closet. It's built very flimsy because the homeless people break into everything. So rather than put in a plastic Rubbermaid, which is not possible, we put this, if the city will not allow it, I don't know that it's worth trying to go through the perm process. We'll demolition it. We don't, it's not worth the storage. So that's.
Do that within 91 days?
Well, with getting people to work, we could try. I have a medical condition. I'm a COVID long hauler, so it's not as easy for me to do as much anymore because I lose my breath and I get the brain fog. But whatever the commission is generous enough to do, I can only do so much myself. It's just a small, I think it's in the picture, it's a small storage cube. So it's not try to do some of it myself. It's literally just a little bit of frame and a little secure door. Again, we fight the homeless people constantly breaking into the property. So we, instead of a little flimsy shed, we built this little thing. It's not allowed. We'll demolition it, or we'll get the assistance of a company. Not that easy, but we'll get somebody to try to come to work to take this thing. It's maybe a day or two's work, and coordinate with bulk pickup. It's small. In the picture, it's just a, 10 by 4 little storage closet. But I don't know if it's worth trying to get permits and all this for a storage closet. It's just give up and, get a little trailer maybe and lock up the trailer. So,
Okay.
so
Anything
that's
else?
that. Well, that's part of it. That's the one part. The other part is slightly more complicated. So during COVID, we decided we were going to try to build prototypes for a tiny home. And that's the other structure that's mentioned and shown in the photos. I have photos as well. I did meet with the inspector and showed him that this is not a structure. There's no foundation. It's built, it's sitting on blocks. I have pictures of all of that. I have pictures of how we've built it. Nothing touches the ground. It's built as a prototype to get in this whole tiny home movement. Now, during that time, I found this study for this COVID thing of why I still can't maintain a thought and why I can't catch my breath. And that's what has taken up my time. So I've kind of put that on the back burner. So I met with the inspector and tried to explain to him that we did not pour a foundation. We did not build block. And we did not, and I have the photos. I made a copy for the commission. This is an industrial neighborhood. It's all warehouses, and this is not residential. And it's the backyard, as you can see. And again, I have the pictures. It's an alley. It's an alley all full of commercial with shipping containers and tractor trucks. So we did build this thing, but I don't think it's worded correctly, and the inspector and I couldn't seem to, when we walked the property, because I'm in the picture, when we walked the property, I tried to explain to him and over multiple emails that this is a prototype. I knocked on the building for him to show him that it's not block, it doesn't touch the ground. The plumbing, I showed him where the plumbing, there's no plumbing hooked up. The concept is that it would be built. If we thought we could sell them, we would use that as our prototype and we would move it along. Again, I have the photos of the construction of it here. I made 2 copies. I labeled them. that you can see that it's basically a cube, and I don't know if anyone's familiar with this whole tiny home movement, but these are this is what you're seeing in the photo. You're seeing the finished product. So that is the second part of the complaint from the city. Now, we obviously, as you see in the photos, there's a for sale sign on it. We have not had the time to market it. We don't know what direction we're going with it, but it's a cube, tiny home that is being stored there. That's a prototype. It's not a structure. It's not been built to be a part of the house. It was built in that commercial neighborhood for a reason, because that's the only space that we could afford to try to build this project. And so the big question is, if it needs to be removed, it needs to be removed. We will make every attempt to then sell it, obviously, rather than demolition it, since you'll see in the photos that it can be removed. You put a crane. It's not an easy project, but our goal with that particular part of this complaint is to obviously get back on track, try to finish this, make a brochure, take pictures, make it look real pretty, and see if there is a market for it. But the part on the complaint is that we've erected a structure, and that is, as you see in the pictures, we did not build a structure. We didn't build a house on the property. That is what is in the photos. You see more of the final product. That, again, I put pictures of the crane, and, it'd be moved like a trailer in or out. The only.
Question.
Oh, thank you.
The first part.
Can I ask a question? Does anyone know what the zoning of this property is?
It's BC. It's a commercial zoning. It's in the pictures. You'll see we're nestled amongst
No,
warehouses.
I see the pictures, but that can be deceiving. So the question really to me is this a commercial use or a residential use? And is this a contractor yard in a proper zone such as CB or B1 where this structure, it is a structure, can exist within the requirements of zoning? That's my first question. And if it's not in a commercial zone, then it is a violation. But if it's part of a commercial operation, such as a contractor's yard, and this is stored equipment or stored material, and it's stored in such a way that it complies with the zoning, I'm not sure that height and so forth is allowed. But those are my first questions, because otherwise it is a violation, and you may not have it necessarily connected to the ground in the way you think, but effectively it's a structure. So unless it's in that context of the proper zoning and use, I see this as a violation.
Maybe to answer your question, the property is commercially zoned. We are surrounded by warehouses and businesses. It's not a contractor's yard. It's myself. I started the project. I'm working on the project as I can. So it's a back storage yard, as you see in these other photos, all amongst commercial.
City want to respond to those allegations?
I do. I mean, whether we started this very long, repetitive discussion saying it was just a shed, now it's a tiny home. As Mr. Madfus said, it is a structure. The chief is here to confirm it's a structure.
Okay.
It's encroaching in the alleyway, so it either needs to be permitted or it needs to be demolished.
Okay, well, I don't mean to, it's two separate things. There is a storage shed that's been attached to the building that you see right there in that photo. That is the one part that's in question. So that if it has to be demolished, we'll demolish it. That's part one. The second part is the other part. So we're talking about two different things. So we have what we built is a little storage shed out of frame, simple. And if that can't stay, that can't stay. This is the other part. So it's two completely separate things. What you're seeing in the photo is the tiny home. So two completely different things on the same property next to each other.
They're both structures, and they both have different compliance issues.
Yes.
So I guess the answer is that that's not a construction yard. And I think anyway, even if it were, you're only allowed to store materials so high
Okay.
with a perimeter wall and so forth. So I think, I understand your point, but I think that the solution would be, like you say, to remove the addition that you've attached to the home and the accessory structure that you've built in the yard. Both of those would have to be either removed or permitted, and I think to permit them would require modification, just so you know.
So what would okay, so
So I'm ready to make a motion for 91 days to have you come into compliance.
is there a possibility to make this, since it's two items, to make obviously removing this little storage unit is easy, this little storage closet, that's simple. Is it possible to get a longer period of time to try to sell this other thing and have to arrange a crane and, that's a.
Well, I mean,
to
you
do.
can request a particular time, and we
I
can
mean, is
consider that.
it possible to have 6 months to market this thing, sell this thing? I mean, basically, we're going to abandon the project, so we can't
You can
assemble
request that.
them
That
there.
sounds like a lot of time to me, but
Well, it's a lot of coordinating. We have to get a crane. We have to find somebody that wants to buy it. We have to get a crane. We have to
no,
arrange a
you don't need to
flatbed.
explain
and
all of that here. But
thing is-
like I say, you can request a time. I'm suggesting a motion for 91 days.
Very quickly. So if he's going to,
Use your mic.
if he's going to demolish the structure, does he need a permit to? No, he can just,
Anything built without permit doesn't require a permit to be removed.
anything that's built,
George Olive, on behalf of the city chief, building and construction enforcement, if you build anything without permit, which is a violation, you don't require a permit to remove it. You just gotta remove it. If the board allow me for 1 minute, if the owner of the property has what he calls a teeny house, the definition of a teeny house is a structure, which Mike already say, but on wheels. If you put a set of wheels on that structure, and that structure can be moved, it's not attached, it's not a structure pertaining to the dwelling, it's a trailer, mobile trailer, belongs to the DOT. And he can keep it there, he just need to put on a trailer, get a tag, and he can keep it there as a promotion to sell more of them. But to be a tiny house has to be on wheels. That's the definition. Regarding to the shed will make it into the high velocity zones that we are under the Florida Building Code. That needs to be demoed. He can go to Home Depot, buy one of those Robert-made shed, put it there. There's no permit required. He doesn't have to do anything but remove it when we get hit by a high winds or storm. That's the only requirement that the city wants. But besides that, it needs to put on wheels. Thank you.
So that's excellent information, thank you, but that still takes time to now have to try to source having a trailer made for this thing and then have to lift it and put it on jacks and.
It does require time, but it can be done in 65 days. And now that we are not going to be back in October, you're going to have one extra 30-day period. So you're going to have 91 days to get your crane, lift it up,
Put it on the
put
trailer.
and done deal. Call my inspector, he will go there, take a picture.
See the trailer.
The violation.
Okay, I'm
Or
going to
sell it and
close the
remove it.
discussion now, and I'll entertain a motion.
what was the fine?
I'll entertain a motion.
Michael's already made a motion for 91 days, and I'll second it.
Business. It's new business.
Got to follow the script.
I'll do a motion. I move that we find for the city the violation exists and allege that we order the property owner to come in compliance by 91 days with a fine of $50 per day per violation be opposed and recorded.
Second.
Okay, I got a motion by Chris, a second by Terry. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Motion carries. So you got 91 days.
And there is a fine or only after the 90 days?
After the 91 days, if it's not removed, it's going to start, it will start accruing, but it will become a fine.
91 days is for you to work with the inspector to get it through. It doesn't have to be complete. We have to start the process and be in the process of.
Like take down the shed and call him and he can see that this little storage shed and then maybe show him that we've ordered a trailer or that's the way we went, or we sold it, or just communicate with the inspector. And then but we've got 90 days before it starts costing
Right.
money for wasted money.
That's
The
right.
whole process is for you to keep in contact with the
Contact.
inspector.
So keep him in the loop of each step of the process.
Correct.
Okay,
Thank you. Next case.
thank you.
Our next case is on page 4. Inspector Jorge Martinez, property address 2821 Southwest 13th Court, case number BE 2109-0005, owner Stephen Lazarides. Notice posted at the property on 7/22/22, posted at City Hall 8/9/22. This case was first heard on 2/22/22 to comply by 4/26/22. One section at $50 per day, order recorded, not complied. There are 2 extensions noted.
Can you repeat the address, please?
2821 Southwest 13th Court.
Thank you, Terry.
You're welcome.
Inspector Martinez updating case on behalf of the city, case number and address as read. This case is not in compliance. I'm gonna let the respondent speak.
What's your name?
Stephen Lazaridis.
And you're their owner?
Yes, sir.
Okay, what do you got to say?
Well, it's been a long-going saga, this one. I live in Australia, and with COVID, I got locked out. My fiance's been trying to deal with it with all good intentions, paid good money for people, architects, general contractors, going nowhere with it, but I'm back. And as I told the inspector, I'm here to deal with all this, get it all sorted out. I have an engineering company who already submitted plans yesterday. I was at the city yesterday myself to make sure they went in. We're on it, but I need the time now. I'm here to deal with it.
Can you get it done in 35 days?
There's a lot that they want.
How much time do you need?
Can I get 2 months?
I'll entertain a motion.
I'll try, I'm here to deal with it. What else can I do?
I'll make a motion, I guess it would be 91 days to come into compliance.
Anyone want to make a motion? Michael,
Second.
did you make a motion, Michael?
Take it, sorry.
Okay, Michael made a motion. Anyone second it?
I did.
Second it, 91-day extension. All in favor say aye. Aye. All opposed? Hearing none, motion carries. 91 days, get it done. Don't want to see you back here.
You appreciate that, and it will be done.
Let's
Thank you.
go. Let's
Our
go.
next case is on page 6. Inspector Jose Saragusti, property address 1500 Northwest 18th Court, case number BE 211-20034, owner Dash Project Inc. Notice posted at the property on 7/22/22, posted at City Hall on 8/9/22. This case was first heard on 4/26/22 to comply by 6/28/22. One section at $50 per day, order recorded, not complied. There is 1 extension noted.
Inspector Saragusti, on behalf of the city, updating the case as read. This case is not complied. No fence permit issue. I will request, the city requesting 35 days extension. I will let the respondent to speak.
Go ahead, what's your name?
My name is Sonia Agarwal. We had
Are you the owner?
property manager.
Property manager, okay, go ahead.
A permit has been issued, and we're just waiting for the process to continue where we get the number, and then we can call inspections and have it approved.
You think 35 days will be sufficient?
So I don't know how your city works. As of Friday, it was issued, and that's what the status is now.
I'll entertain a motion.
The permit is not issued, it's in process.
I have an email that shows it has been issued.
The permit says in process since the 19th.
Okay, then that, yes.
Okay?
Does the
It's
city
in
have
process.
any
It's-
issue with 35 days?
It's 35 days extension,
I'll
correct?
entertain a motion.
I'll make a motion for a 35-day extension.
I got a motion by Michael,
Second.
second by Justin. All in favor say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Hearing none, motion carries. 35 days, let's get it done.
Thank you.
Next case.
Our next case is on page 1. It's a new business case. Property address 834 Northwest 10th Terrace. Case number BE 2202-0075. Owner Rampati Ram and Chanderel Ramsaran and all others. Notice posted at the property on 7/20/22, posted at City Hall 8/9/22.
Inspector Martinez for the city presenting case and number as read. This case was referred to the Building and Construction Enforcement Division by Code Officer Wilson Quintero, who, while visiting the property in response to a complaint, observed a paint booth possibly installed without a permit. After reviewing the information provided by Code Officer Quintero and the property permit history, Inspector Del Rio was able to confirm that the paint booth was installed without obtaining the required permits, and the property was cited for the following violation. 105.1. This building has been illegally altered and construction work illegally performed without obtaining the required permits. In the following manner, but not limited to, a spray booth installed at the rear of the property. This case was opened on February 10, 2022. Inspection report was mailed to the property owner on March 23, 2022. Final notice was mailed on May 18, 2022. Notice of hearing was posted at the property on July 21, 2022. We are asking the board to find that the violation exists and to grant the property owner 63 days to come into compliance or a fine of $50 per day thereafter.
You say 63 days, we will not be back here in
91.
61.
91.
91 works, okay. Okay, what's your name?
Ram Saran?
And are you the owner?
Yes, sir.
Okay, what do you have to say?
Actually, we made appropriation to get it resolved, to bring it into compliance. We just needed time.
91 days sufficient?
Yes, 91 days would be
I'll
fine.
entertain a motion.
I'd like to make a motion for 91-day extension.
It's new business.
No, it's new business.
I move that we find for the city and the violation exists as alleged, and that we order the property owner to come in compliance by 91 days, or a fine of $50 per day per violation be imposed and recorded.
Second.
I got a motion by Chris, a second by Terry. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Hearing none, motion carries. Okay, let's get it done. I got
Thank you.
91 days.
Appreciate that.
Next case,
You did say the fine was 50, right?
$50 a day.
Okay. Okay, our next case is on page 3. Inspector Alejandro Del Rio, property address 320 Southwest 13th Street. Case number CE 211-10104. Owner Jennifer McAllister, Alexis Wagner. Notice posted at the property on 7/15/22. Posted at City Hall 8/9/22. This case was first heard on 2/22/22 to comply by 4/26/22. One section at $50 per day, order recorded, not complied. There are 2 extensions noted.
Inspector Martinez updating case on behalf of the city, case number and address as read. I'm gonna let the respondent speak.
Good morning, everyone. So as you said, this is our third extension, I believe. Unfortunately, we didn't make a whole lot of progress over the last few months. The contractor that we were working with at the company is no longer with that company, in part because of what he wasn't doing. So we're now working directly with the owner, and we are all on the same page now and moving forward. So I'm requesting a 91-day extension, and I believe that will be enough to get it done.
What's your name, sir?
Oh, I'm Alexis Wagner, the owner.
The owner, okay.
Are you keeping in contact with the inspector?
Yes, Mr. Del Rio, yes.
91 days.
The inspector for this case is Alejandro Del Rio. He's not here right now.
Oh,
So is 91 days good?
Yes. City won't
Entertain a
oppose to
motion.
I have a motion for 91-day extension.
Second.
I got a motion by Chris, second by Terry. All in favor, say aye. Aye. All opposed, hearing none, motion carries. 91 days.
Thank you.
Let's get it done, okay? You're welcome. Next case.
Our next case is on page 9. It's a hearing to impose fines. Inspector Jose Saragusti, property address 367 West Dayton Circle. Owner, Mimberlin V. Pierre, case number BE 200-50004. Notice posted at the property 7/25/22, posted at City Hall 8/9/22. This case was first heard on 3/23/21 to comply by 5/25/21. One section at $50 per day. Order recorded, not complied. Fines are at $1,750, which continues to accrue. There are several extensions noted.
Inspector Saragusti on behalf of the city, updating the case as read. This case is not comply. I will let the respondent to speak.
Go ahead.
Good morning, everybody.
What's your name?
Maybelline Villefort. Pierre?
You're the owner?
Yes, sir.
Okay, what do you have to say?
I know it been for a long time, but I'm gonna ask the inspector a little bit time, cause I'm working and I'm on the process for the CEO, so I need a paper, energy display card. I'm waiting for my contractor to give it to me, so you have problem issue, so he don't give it to me yet.
I don't understand.
You've had 5 extensions, and how much time are you gonna need to get this done?
Um, I could say 2 months.
2 months?
I have a question. What do you have left to do?
I'm in the CEO process.
CEO?
Yeah, process. So I need the energy display card on my miss. The contractor needs to give it to me.
So
She is working to have the permit issue.
Okay, so is she working with you?
City
Or is
agree
her
with an
contractor working
extension.
with you?
Yes, we have been in contact. We,
How's the city feel about granting another extension?
uh, she's working. I already talked with her. She gave me the update, and city agree with an extension, one more extension.
How much time?
63, it will not be possible,
91.
91 day extension.
I'll make a motion for a 91-day extension.
Second.
I got a motion by Michael, a second by Terry. All in favor, say aye. Aye. Anyone opposed? Hearing none, motion carries. You got 91 days. Let's get this done, okay? You got to get it done now.
I'm trying to, because when somebody do it, like,
Yeah.
I don't want to be here.
You
That's why
said 2 months, you got 3 months, so you can
Okay.
do it.
Thank you.
Next case.
Thank you.
Our next case is on page 8. It's a hearing to impose fines. Property address, Inspector Nash Maddock. Property address 977 Northwest 53rd Street. Owner 961 Northwest 53 LLC. Case number CE 1908-1611. Notice posted at the property on 7/26/22. Posted at City Hall 8/9/22. This case was first heard 6/22/21 to comply by 9/28/21. One section at $50 per day. Order recorded. Case is complied. There are a few extensions noted. City is requesting to impose fines of $1,400.
So the case is complied.
Oh, it's applied.
Okay.
Oh, so this is about.
Go ahead, city.
Yeah, Inspector Maddock updating the case. The case has been complied for a few weeks now, so I'll let the respondent speak.
Go ahead.
Good morning. My name is Liliana Lopez, and I am the manager property for 961 Northwest 53 LLC. I'm going to let him to speak.
Okay, go ahead.
Alberto Polanco, I'm the property tenant. So what I wanted to say is we rent the warehouse, and we was trying to do a business. We had to stop because of the situation that we all know about COVID-19. I was converting the warehouse to a restaurant, but I have another warehouse and the premises because we have a carpentry. So I basically using the warehouse as a storage, and I had the idea when they opened the park to do a restaurant in there. So we started the process. I make a permit with my architect. We submit it, and then COVID hit, so we had to stop everything. Everything was closed. So I spent a lot of money on the architect. I pay around $9,000 for the plans, and the only thing that we got to do was to change the power box, the electrical box, and we put a new AC unit, which I passed the permit for the electrical, and then the AC unit was removed. So what I'm saying is that I spent around $25,000 to start the process, and I had to lose all that money. Plus, I had to pay more money for the people to remove the AC and put it in storage. So all in, I'm losing like $30,000, and I don't have a business, and I don't have anything. So what I'm asking the court is if they can help me at least with the fine, because the owner doesn't going to pay the fine because it's my fault. I was the one trying to start the business,
Right.
and I had to cancel. But I want to let the court know that I already spent close to $30,000 that went to waste trying to do a business.
Okay. I'll entertain a motion.
So we're here to talk about the fine.
Yes, only the fine. There's no extension because it's in compliance.
May I make a motion?
City's asking us to
Yeah,
impose
wait,
$1,400.
Blackie wants to.
Go ahead.
I'd like to make a motion.
Go ahead, Lackey.
I move that we abate all fines that have accrued.
I got a motion by Lackey to abate all fines in their entirety.
Second.
I got a second by Terry. Any discussion? I'll call the vote. And all in favor say aye.
Aye.
All oppose? I oppose.
Aye.
Okay, 2 people oppose, 3 people. Go ahead.
Justin and Mark.
Go ahead. Do you want to call the roll call?
Mr. Mathis?
Yes.
Beecham?
No.
Ms. Everett? Yes. Mr. Manani?
Yes.
Mr. Nolan?
Yes.
Chair Booth?
No. So motion carries. Okay, you don't have no fines.
Thank you.
Thank you,
very
sir.
much.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
Good luck.
Our next case is on page 4 at the top. Inspector Jorge Martinez, property address 2160 Southwest 16th Court, case number BE 21070288. Owner Tamara Sue Esquivel. Notice posted at the property on 7/22/22, posted at City Hall 8/9/22. This case was first heard on 1/25/22 to comply by 3/22/22. One section at $50 per day. Order recorded, not complied. There are 3 extensions noted.
Inspector Martinez updating case on behalf of the city, case number and address as read. I'm gonna let the respondent speak.
Go ahead. Hi.
Tamara Esquivel, I'm a property owner.
Okay.
We had a bit of an issue with a contractor that wasn't as honest as what he was doing. He has since passed away, and we are in the process of getting, we have 2 quotes we're waiting for other contractors to get the work completed.
How much time you need?
Next time as possible.
Okay, so Edward Esco, I'm the husband of the owner. So we are in the process of trying to acquire a different contractor, and they're taking a little of the time to just give us a quote to finish up what they started. None of the work that was done in the house was
Will 91 days be sufficient?
It should be sufficient, yes.
How's the city feel about 91 days?
We agree.
Pardon me?
We agree with the 91 days.
Okay. I'll entertain a motion.
I move that we extend the date of compliance by 91 days.
Second.
I got a motion by Lackey, a second by Terry, or Justin, I'm sorry. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Hearing none, motion carries 91 days.
Thank you, Court.
Get it done. Next case.
Our next case is a new business case on page 1. Inspector Jorge Martinez, property address 6801 Northwest 26th Terrace. Okay, I'll come back. Our next case is on page 3. Inspector Alejandro Del Rio, property address 809 Northwest 18th Street, case number BE 211-00026. Owner, Holy Temple Restoration Ministries, Inc. Notice posted at the property 7/25/22, posted at City Hall 8/9/22. This case was first heard on 6/28/22 to comply by 8/23/22. One section at $100 per day per violation. Order recorded, not comply. This is a mandatory reappearance.
Okay. Let's hear from the city.
Inspector Martinez, on behalf of the city, presenting case as read. I'm gonna let the respondent speak.
Go ahead. What's your name?
Margaret Johnson,
What's your relation to the property?
owner.
Okay. What do you have to say?
I was given this final order concerning changing the school, the family property into a school. I have corrected all the violations. I've received also the information concerning a fence being constructed. I've spoken with the gentleman that did the work for the fence. He does have all of my paperwork concerning getting the permit to make things right with the fence. There was also information given that we took away the driveway and the sidewalk. Excuse me, I'm just kind of under the weather. But
Excuse me, board, sorry. This case is because you don't have a CEO. It's not about the fence or the sidewalk.
well, those were the things that was on here. I'm just speaking of. I don't know exactly what portion am I supposed to speak on. However, whatever it was, we've done everything we can to make it right. I have surveys. I have all of the information here. I'm just waiting on more paperwork for the gentleman that did the door, so everything has been corrected.
Is it permitted to be a school?
It's a residential,
So you're just going to leave it as a house?
yes,
So you're going to take the school away?
it's already done.
Okay.
And to clarify, the only other item is the exterior door in the front that you're getting a permit for?
Right, I did all of that. However, they did not allow the door that was there. They said something about the wind strength.
Right.
So the gentleman is supposed to be correcting that even as we are speaking to get the proper door.
That's the only outstanding item.
Yes, sir.
So at this moment, the city will recommend 35 days to check on the property.
I'll make a motion for 91 days.
No, 35 days.
Oh, 35, I'm sorry, 35 days.
Second?
I got a motion for 35-day extension, a second by Chris. All in favor, say aye. Aye. All opposed, hearing none, motion carries. 35 days, let's get it done.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Next case.
Our next case is a new business case on page 1. Inspector Jorge Martinez, property address 6801 Northwest 26th Terrace. Case number CE 2204-0638. Owner Juan Rodolfo Ponce de Leon. Notice posted at the property on 7/22/22, posted at City Hall 8/9/22.
Inspector Martinez, on behalf of the city, presenting case as read. This building has been illegally altered and construction work illegally performed without obtaining the required permits in the following manner, but not limited to: a new shed, wood fence, and pool deck. I reviewed the case on 8/19/2022, at which time I verified the violation remains. City will request 91 days to comply or a fine of $50 a day thereafter.
Go ahead, sir. What's your name?
Juan Ponce de Leon.
And you're the owner?
Yes.
Okay, what do you have to say?
Well, I have a permit here from 1985 where it shows the fence that was there already. So part of it was a chain link fence, and that's where I put my fence. That's only half of the fence. It looks to me like he wants me to take a permit for everything that was done. But I have a permit here, with it already passed and everything from the city. Then it also shows the pool and the deck around it. What I did was pavers.
What did you do?
Pavers.
Pavers?
Yeah, on top of what was already there, concrete base. I have the survey here, old survey.
Did you show that to the city?
I went over, well, I imagine they know because I got it from the city. I got it from Fort Lauderdale. And yeah, pretty much that's it. Oh, and then the Rubbermaid house. I thought those didn't need a permit. It's a plastic house right there.
Can I ask a question? So you're saying that you had a pool deck in place already?
Yeah,
and
it's
you
right here.
added pavers on the surface of that existing pool deck?
Yes, sir.
In the picture, it appears that's the case, but it also appears that there's an extension to the pool deck.
Yeah, for sure. There's little extensions, and you can see, like the extensions. I haven't sealed it yet, so if I have to remove it, I'll remove it.
So you're going to remove
I
it?
didn't think pavers needed a permit.
Well,
It's sand in the bottom.
yeah, well, paint and sod, I think, are the only things that don't need a permit.
Say that, I couldn't hear you.
But, all right, I just want to be clear on that. I didn't quite get it. Thank you.
Has the city seen this permit he has for the fence?
Okay, they have a permit for an old fence. What I'm citing is the back fence that's new.
Yeah, I see that. I saw that in the one picture.
What about the prior chain link fence?
No, I'm not, the violation is for, not for the chain link fence.
There,
It's for the
stop
wood
right
fence
there.
on the
Yeah,
back.
okay, I'll pull the permit for the
There.
back and the side.
Yeah.
As long as I'm not required to pull for the one that's already done.
There.
Um,
Right there looks like a new fence.
Yeah, that was a chain link fence before.
Okay. All right, and what about the new shed?
Well, yeah, am I allowed to have it? Not right, so
Well, if
I'll
we have a
remove it.
storm, I don't want it in my backyard.
Well, yeah, of course, but
Well, it looks like it's in the setback is the main issue that I can see, and it may be over the size. I can't quite tell from the picture.
I
So you need to get that permitted, or
I can't get a permit for plastic. Yeah, they sell it only, but you can't get one. It's not a structure, really.
So what's the problem with the pool deck? He added to it, is that right?
Right.
Okay.
So,
All right, anything
Inspector,
else,
what do you
sir?
suggest?
I mean, what can I do for the additions that I added? I can get a permit for it, or do you guys want me to remove it? What's
I
the
imagine
easiest?
you're gonna have to talk to the city about that, but you can't do it without trying to get a permit.
Sorry?
I said he's gotta talk to the city about getting a permit.
Yes, what we can do is, let's meet at your property, and if you don't need a permit for the deck, I'm gonna remove it.
Okay, I'll entertain a motion.
Wait, let the chief talk.
Hold on, I get a permit for the deck. That's what he said. I didn't.
yeah.
Okay, that's fine. And the fence as well, right? Yeah, I just like a pretty long extension. Like I bought all this at Home Depot. Credit home. I bought it in January. It's like
I cannot hear.
I bought the home in January, right? And I did the fence, so it's costly. Credit card. I owe a bunch of money in Home Depot, and it just sucks how you guys. Everywhere I go and I move, they attack me and with the fence. I just did a fence. The guy in front of my house did a gazebo in the backyard.
So how much time do you think you need to get those things?
The longest I could have. 'Cause
Well, let's
for
start with,
permits.
I'll make a motion for 91 days. Oh, I'm sorry, is this a new business case?
This is new business.
So I'll make a motion that we find for the city that the violation exists and that the owner should come into compliance within 91 days, or a fine of $25 a day should be imposed, and that should be recorded.
Okay, so I can't have my little house, right? I just demo it.
Okay, we gotta vote on this.
There's no
Second
such
to that
thing as a
motion?
permit for that. It has no NOA or anything like that.
I didn't hear a second. Did anyone second the
Wait.
motion?
So again, if you check the code within certain size and placement, there's not a requirement for a permit. But in this case, it looks like you've modified the building, and it looks like it's in the setback.
Okay, you're talking about the thing that it's on? Or, I'm not-
Okay, you're saying that the material of the shed is plastic.
yes.
Okay, I have to go and double check, and we can discuss it later.
Okay,
All
awesome.
right, I got a motion by Michael, a second by Terry. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Hearing none, motion carries. You got 91 days. Let's get it done, all right?
The rest of
Thank
the
you.
story is stay in contact with the inspector.
With, yeah.
Next case.
Our next case is a hearing to impose fines on page 9. Inspector Jose Saragusti, property address 496 West Melrose Circle, case number BE 2109-0001, owner Soroya E. Dennis. Notice posted at the property on 7/25/22, posted at City Hall on 8/9/22. This case was first heard on 3/22/22 to comply by 4/26/22. One section at $25 per day. Order recorded, complied. City is requesting to impose fines of $1,025. There's one extension noted.
Inspector Saragusti, on behalf of the city, updating the case as read. The case is complied. The city is recommending an administrative cost of $923.
How much?
$923.
$923. Okay, what's your name, sir?
Irwin,
And what's your relation to the property?
it's my wife.
Okay, what do you have to say about the city's request?
It took me a while to get the new plans drawn up for the pergola. And also it took me a while to get, a company come out to test the ground as he requested, the density of the ground underneath the pergola. So did everything was approved. I submit everything, if he looks in the system, everything's approved. Now it's just, I have to schedule, so they come in and look at it. That's it.
I'd like to make,
So what are you asking this board to do?
Excuse me?
What are you asking the board to do?
The fines. I mean, I'm hearing $900 and something here, and I heard 1,000 there, so I don't know. I'm just trying to say.
Well, he's asking us to reduce it to 923.
Mark?
Yes.
Blackie would like to make
Hang on one second, go ahead.
I make a motion?
Yes.
I move that we abate all fines as accrued.
I got a motion to abate all fines. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Terry. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? I oppose.
Aye.
Okay, it looks like 4-2, it carries. All right, no fines, you're lucky. Go
Thank
get
you.
them.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Our next case is on page 4. Inspector Jorge Martinez, property address 3624 Northeast 25th Terrace. Owner Frederick A. Clark. Notice posted at the property 720, case number BE 21090206. Notice posted at the property on 7/22/22, posted at City Hall 8/9/22. This case was first heard 4/26/22 to comply by 6/28/22. One section at $50 per day, order recorded, not complied. There is one extension noted.
What page you on?
4 at the bottom.
Thanks. Okay. Go ahead, Cindy. Go ahead.
Inspector Martinez updating case on behalf of the city, case number and address as read. Case is not in compliance, but permits have been applied for. The city is requesting a 91-day extension.
What's your name, sir?
Joe Caruso. I work for the contractor.
How do you feel about 91 days?
That'll work for us.
I'll entertain a motion.
I move that we extend the date.
91 days.
What?
Did you say 91 days?
Did anyone make a motion here?
I'll make a motion for a 91-day extension.
I got a motion by Justin, a second by Terry. All in favor, say aye. Aye. Anyone opposed? Hearing none, motion carries. 91 days.
Thank you, everybody.
You're good. Thank you. Next case.
Our next case is on page 10. Inspector Jose Saragusti, property address 120 Northwest 16th Street. Owner, Northwest 16th Land Trust, number 120 Trust, Florida Trust Services LLC trustee. Case number BE 211-00149. Notice posted at the property on 7/22/22, posted at City Hall 8/9/22. This case was first heard 1/25/22 to comply by 2/22/22. One section at $25 per day, order recorded, not complied. City is requesting to impose fines of $875, which continues to accrue. There are 4 extensions noted.
Inspector Saragusti, on behalf of the city, updating the case as read. The case is not comply. I will let the respondent to speak.
Go ahead, sir.
Hey, good morning, everybody. My name is Jose. I'm the owner of the property. And at this point, all we're requesting is one more extension. We've already been working with the
How much
engineer.
time do you need?
Well, we've talked about it. He said good 35 days.
35 days?
35 days will do it.
City agree with
35
35-day extension.
Is that okay?
Yes, it's okay.
I'll entertain a motion.
Make a motion for 35-day.
I'll second it.
I got a motion by Terry, second by Justin. All in favor, say aye.
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 All opposed, hearing none, motion carries. 35 days, let's get it done, all right?
Thank you.
Thank you.
Next case.
Our next case is on page 9. Inspector Jose Saragusti, property address 403 Southwest 11th Ave. Owner Zachary G. Heisner, case number BE 211-00138. Notice posted at the property on 7/25/22, posted at City Hall 8/9/22. This case was first heard 2/22/22 to comply by 3/22/22. One section at $25 per day, order recorded. Case is complied. City is requesting to impose fines of $675.
Inspector Saragusti, on behalf of the city, updating the case as read. This case is complied. City is recommending fine reduction to $275. I will let the respondent to speak.
How do you feel about $275 reduction?
It's my fault. I didn't get it done in time. I appreciate any reduction you can do.
I'll make a motion.
The materials, I mean, the fine supersedes the cost of the materials, so any reduction would be greatly appreciated.
Yes.
I'll make a motion to, the fines as recommended by the city, was it 260 something? 275?
Thank you.
Yeah, I think.
What's your name,
that's
sir?
Second. My name is Zachary Heisner. I'm the property owner.
Okay, so I got a motion by Michael, a second by Terry to reduce the fines to $275, is that correct?
Blackie had a motion too.
Well, I was gonna abate all the fines.
Well, let's vote on this pending motion, and we'll see about yours. Okay, motion to reduce to 275. All in favor, say aye. Aye. All opposed?
Opposed?
Aye.
Okay, so you oppose?
Yeah, I mean, it abated everybody else's fines.
So he opposed and Lackey opposed. You opposed. Go ahead, call the roll call on this.
Yes.
No.
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 Yes. So it's defeated.
I move that we abate all fines that have accrued.
I got a motion by Lackey.
A second.
Second by Justin. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? I oppose. So I think that's one opposed, right?
Two.
Oh, two.
Michael.
Okay. So 4-2, you no fines, so you're good.
Oh, no fines.
No
That's very nice of all of you. I really appreciate it. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Next case. Don't thank me.
That's it.
Next
Thank you all
case.
so much. Have a great day.
Yeah. Next case.
Okay, that concludes all of our respondents. Moving back to page 1. Inspector Alejandro Del Rio for property address 3220 Bayview Drive, 102. Owner Alejandro Alton. Case number BE 22030051. Notice posted at the property 7/25/22. Posted at City Hall 8/9/22.
Good morning, Building Inspector Alejandro Del Rio for the city. Presenting case as read. It's Bayview Drive, right?
Yes.
This case was opened in response to a complaint by the property management company in charge of the building. On March 28, 2022, I visited the property and met Mr. Willie Henderson, property manager with Royale Management Services, who gave me access to Unit 102. In the unit, I was able to observe a new electrical panel that was installed without obtaining the required permits. They actually already applied for permits, but haven't followed up with the application. Property was cited for Florida Building Code 2020, Section 105.1, work without permits. This case was opened on March 10, 2022. Final notice was mailed on April 21st, 2022. Notice of hearing was posted at the property on July 25th, 2022. We are asking the board to find that the violation exists and to grant the property owner 63 days to come into compliance or a fine of $50 per day thereafter.
So it's 91 days.
91 days, okay?
Sure.
Okay. I'll entertain a motion.
I'll make a motion that the violation, that we, how's it go? That we find for the city that the violation exists and that the owner should come into compliance in 91 days or a fine of $25 per day, and that motion should be recorded.
I got a motion by Michael. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Chris. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. All opposed? Hearing none, motion carries. Next case.
Moving on to page 2, property address 1000 Alabama Ave. Owner Marie A. Scott. Case number CE 22020987. Notice posted at the property 7/15/22. Posted at City Hall 8/9/22.
Building Inspector Alejandro Del Rio for the city, presenting case as read. An addition at the rear of the property and renovation of existing kitchen and bathrooms was completed at the property without obtaining the required permits. Property was cited under Florida Building Code 2020, Section 105.1. This case was opened on February 28, 2022. Inspection report was mailed to the property owner on March 14, 2022. Final notice was mailed on April 26, 2022. Notice of hearing was posted at the property on July 15, 2022. Permit application was submitted on August 19th. It's in process. City's asking the board to find that the violation exists and to grant the property owner 91 days to come into compliance or a fine of $50 per day thereafter.
Entertain a motion.
Make a motion for a 91-day extension with a $50 fine.
This is new business.
I move that we fine for the city and the violation exists as alleged, and that we order the property owner to come into compliance by 91 days or 11/22/22, and a fine of $50 per day
Be imposed in.
I'll second
for
that.
violation.
I'll second that.
Record that. Order to be recorded.
Terry, in the order to be recorded.
Do you want to?
Yes, I'm sorry, and the order to be recorded.
All right, I got a motion by Terry. Do I have a second?
Yes, I'll second that.
I have a second by Justin. All in favor, say aye. Aye. All opposed, hearing none, motion carries. Next case.
Property address 513 Northeast 4th Street, owner 515 Inc., case number CE 2206-0092. Notice posted at the property 7/15/22, posted at City Hall 8/9/22.
Building Inspector Alejandro Del Rio for the city, presenting case as read. A metal fence was installed at this property without obtaining the required permits. Property was cited under Florida Building Code 2020, Section 105.1. This case was opened on May 2nd, 2022. Final notice was mailed on June 6, 2022. Notice of hearing was posted at the property on July 15, 2022. City is asking the board to find that the violation exists and to grant the property owner 91 days to come into compliance or a fine of $50 per day thereafter.
Entertain a motion.
I move
New
that.
business?
It's new business.
This new business?
Yes.
I move
Move
that.
that.
Go ahead, Terry.
I move that we fine for the city and the violations exist as alleged, and that we order the property owner to come into compliance by, what did you say, 91 days?
11/22.
Yeah, 91 days, and a fine of $50 per day per violation would be imposed and recorded.
A second.
I got a motion by Terry, a second by Justin. All in favor, say aye. Aye. Anyone opposed? Hearing none, motion carries. Next case.
Moving on to page 5 at the top. Inspector Jose Saragusti, property address 1448 Northwest 6th Street. Owner, Marglip Investments LLC, case number BE 2102-0069. Notice posted at the property on 8/11/22, posted at City Hall 8/9/22. This case was first heard on 1/25/22 to comply by 3/22/22. One section at $100 per day, order recorded, not complied. There are 4 extensions noted.
Inspector Saragusti, on behalf of the city, updating the case as read. This case is not comply. The property remains unsafe. The city is requesting the case to return to massive hearing.
Yes. I see.
I agree.
We heard this case before, didn't we?
Okay.
Several times.
I'll entertain a motion.
I make a motion to.
The case already have 4 extensions.
Second.
All right, all right, it's going to Massey because we don't have anything else, right? We don't have to vote on that. So it's going to Massey. Very
Okay.
good. Next case.
Moving on to page 6, property address 110 Southeast 11th Ave, case number BE 211-10142. Owner, Alexander S. Dimitriev. Notice posted at the property on 7/22/22, posted at City Hall 8/9/22. This case was first heard on 5/24/22 to comply by 6/28/22. One section at $25 per day, order recorded, not complied. There is 1 extension noted.
Inspector Saragusti, on behalf of the city, updating the case as read. This case is not comply. the city requesting 35 days extension.
I entertain a motion.
I'll make a motion for a 35-day extension.
I got a motion by Michael, a second by Terry. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, hearing none, motion carries. Next case.
Moving on to page 7, property address 1952 Northwest 9th Ave, owner Suntrax Corp., in care of Hadiga Hayder, case number BE 22010036. Notice posted at the property on 7/22/22, posted at City Hall 8/9/22. This case was first heard on 6/28/22 to comply by 8/23/22. One section at $50 per day, order recorded, not complied.
Inspector Saragusti, on behalf of the city, updating the case as read. This case is not complied. City is requesting the case to return to as a massive hearing.
All right, well, I'll entertain a motion because there's no extensions that have been granted.
But, board, I left a message, nobody contacted me, I returned to the property, they don't care nothing.
Make a motion, we move to Massey.
A motion to move to Massey. Let's move it to Massey.
Our next case is on page 7, property address 100 South Gordon Road, owner Yvonne E. Reed, case number CE 19070367. Notice posted at the property on 7/22/22, posted at City Hall 8/9/22. This case was first heard on 5/24/22 to comply by 6/28/22. One section at $100 per day, order recorded, not comply. There's one extension noted. Board, did you all receive the letter from Ms. Reed in your files?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Inspector Saragusti, on behalf of the city, updating the case as read. The case is not complying. Demolition permit is already issued. The city is requesting 63 days extension, 91 days extension, and stop the fines.
What,
Entertain a motion.
what interior renovation was done?
Drywall, partitions, and is nobody there living, but they request to demolish the property. It's not under demolition, but the permit is already issued. For that one, I request the 91 days extension. They need to demolish the property. They cannot live there.
Entertain
I'll make a motion for a 91-day extension.
Second.
I got a motion for a
Thank you.
91-day extension by Michael, a second by Terry and Justin. All in favor, say aye. Aye. All opposed, hearing now, motion carries.
Thank you.
Case.
Page 8 at the top, property address 2621 Northeast 13th Court, owner G.S. Leeward LLC, case number BE 211-20050. Notice posted at the property on 7/14/22, posted at City Hall 8/9/22. This case was first heard on 4/26/22 to comply by 6/28/22. One section at $50 per day, order recorded, not complied. City is requesting to impose fines of $2,800, which continues to accrue.
City?
Yeah, the inspector just wants the fines imposed at this
So
time.
the city's not going to present anything?
No,
We just need to vote on this?
yes.
Okay, I'll entertain a motion to impose fines.
Second.
No, I got to entertain a motion.
Motion, what was the motion?
Oh,
I'll make a motion to impose fines.
second.
All right, we got a motion to impose $2,800 and a second by Terry. All in favor, say aye. Aye. All opposed, hearing none. Oh, Lackey opposes. Anyone else oppose? Okay, 5-1 is the vote to impose.
Okay. Our next case at the bottom of page 8, Inspector Alejandro Del Rio, property address 1952 Northwest 9th Ave, owner Suntrax Corp., in care of Hadiga Hayder, case number BE 22010033. Notice posted at the property on 7/25/22, posted at City Hall 8/9/22. This case was first heard on 5/24/22 to comply by 6/28/22. One section at $50 per day, order recorded, not complied. City is requesting to impose fines of $2,800, which continues to accrue.
Building Inspector Alejandro Del Rio for the city, updating case as read. There have been no progress, no response from the property owner, so we are requesting for imposition.
Okay.
Requesting what?
Imposition of fines.
Oh,
Impose the
I'll make a
fines.
motion to impose fines.
I'll second that.
I got a motion by Justin, a second by Michael. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Hearing none, motion carries. $2,800.
Moving on to at the top of page 9, property address 1740 Northeast 49th Street, case number CE 200-20822, owner Ann Netzovit. Notice posted at the property on 7/25/22, posted at City Hall 8/9/22. This case was first heard on 1/26/21 to comply by 4/27/21, one section at $50 per day, order recorded. Case is now complied. City is requesting, fines are at $1,400. City is requesting to reduce fines to $430.
Go ahead.
That's what the city is requesting, to reduce fines to $430.
I'll make a motion to, for the reduced fines of $430.
second.
I got a motion by Michael, a second by Terry to reduce the fines from $1,400 to $430. All in favor, say aye. Aye. All opposed? Hearing none, motion carries.
Thank you.
Next case.
Page 10, Inspector Jose Saragusti, property address 916 Northwest 3rd Ave, owner 916 Northwest 3rd Avenue LLC, case number BE 211-00212, notice posted at the property on 7/22/22, posted at City Hall 8/9/22. This case was first heard on 2/22/22 to comply by 3/22/22, one section at $100 per day, order recorded, not complied. City is requesting to impose fines of $5,600, which continues to accrue. There are 2 extensions noted.
Inspector Saragusti, on behalf of the city, updating the case as read. The case is not compliant. I inspected the property yesterday again. The city is recommending for the fine to be imposed.
I'll entertain a motion.
I'll make a motion to impose fines.
I got a motion by Terry, or Justin, to impose fines of
I'll second
$5,600.
it.
Anyone second that?
I'll second it.
Michael, second. All in favor, say aye. Aye. All opposed? Hearing none, motion carries. Next case.
Okay, page 10 at the bottom, property address 1220 Northeast 16th Ave, case number BE 211-20141, owner Charon Fam Trust, Norman Charon trustee. This case was first heard on 5/24/22 to comply by 6/28/22, one section at $50 per day, order recorded, not complied. City is requesting to impose fines of $2,800, which continues to accrue. Notice posted at the property on 7/22/22, posted at City Hall 8/9/22.
Inspector Saragusti, on behalf of the city, updating the case as read. This case is not compliant. I received a call this morning from the expediter. I will request 35 days extension for this case of $50 per, the fee is already scheduled.
I'll make a motion.
35 days.
For 35 days.
Second.
I got a motion for a 35-day extension by Michael, second by Terry. All in favor, say aye. Aye. All opposed? Hearing none, motion carries. Next
Board,
case.
we would like to enter the record, all
Thank
the
you.
cases that are listed on page 11, have them entered into the record as closed.
I'll make a motion to enter the items on page 11.
Second.
I got a motion by Michael, a second by Terry. All in favor, say aye. Aye. All
Aye.
opposed? Hearing none, motion carries. Is that it?
Yes, and we have the minutes for approval from the June 28, 2022 hearing.
Okay,
I'll make a
I'll
motion
entertain a
to
motion to approve the
As
minutes.
written.
I have a motion to approve the minutes.
Oh,
I got a motion
I'll
to
I'll
approve
make
the
a motion
minutes by-
Go
to
ahead.
approve the minutes.
Do I have a second? I got a second by Terry. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
And do we need to
Aye.
put in the cancellation date?
Oh, yeah.
Is there any business for the city?
Not for the
Yeah,
city, but
I-
we
I-
do, we
I have a
have
little business for the city.
go every 2 months now, I guess, so we're not gonna be here in October. We'll see you in September,
September.
but we won't be here for October.
Right.
Okay.
I
All right,
I have a
that's
little
it.
business for the city if
Let's
that's
go.
appropriate.
Motion to adjourn?
He has.
No, I just want to make one comment for the good of the city. in relative to the code enforcement facility on Northeast Fourth Avenue, which I visited yesterday, not to do an inspection, but to drop off some documents. And I found that there was issues with the access to the property. And I think that the buzzer to get into the building is not properly placed. And I think that it doesn't have compliance with Florida Building Code accessibility for signage, because I wasn't able to figure out how to get into that property. So I just want to bring that up. I'm not suggesting it be recorded as a violation, but I think that the administration should take a look at that buzzer location and perhaps putting a proper sign on the outside of the building by the door. Thank you.
Thank you for that, and I'll be sure to give that back to the city.
All right, thank you.
Okay.
Motion to adjourn.
Thank you. This concludes our August 23rd, 2022 Code Enforcement Board hearing. Thank you.